We here at Mayhem Media
understand the trials and tribulations of life.
No matter how hard life can get.
Suicide is never the answer.
There's more assistance available today than ever before.
If you or a loved one are suffering from suicidal thoughts, please don't try and take it on alone.
Call or text 988 if you live in the U.S.
Or if you're in Great Britain, call 116123 or text 85258.
The world is a better place with you in it.
Sorry. Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
They were louder earlier, so I wonder
to
what's
continue the continuation of our MCU series. And I have a huge round table with so many people, and for some reason I not only decided to invite this many guests on an episode, but we're also doing 3 movies, and I'm really not sure why I decided to do that. But here we are, and so we're going to get into it. We're going to be covering Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, and Black Panther. Let me introduce my panel. First of all, to my right, yes, the man who is half responsible for continuing this series and keeping it going, the man who has produced every episode of this series so far, or at least assisted in it in some way, the Wolfman.
What's up, guys?
Down in the bottom corner, we have Jedi Theorist. He joins me on After the Dragon. And above him, we have the legend J-Mac and everybody's favorite uncle, Uncle Slam from Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc.
yourself on yours.
Okay. Up in the other top corner, we have the bald guy from my favorite show, Popcorn and Whiskey, Andrew Paletto. And in the bottom corner, we have the other JD, Jason DeToli, and then next to him, who's playing a little camera hopscotch here.
There he is.
The new guy, that's what we're going to call you, the new guy, John DeToli, the offspring of Jason. I have two sets of fathers and sons on this episode. The legend J-Mac is the father of Jedi Theorist, and Jason is the father of John. I hope everybody does not have a problem with the fact that I just said that.
It's like the audio is glitching.
All right, Spider-Man's first in the order, and we're not going to waste any time because we have 3 movies and a lot of people want to say something. So, for me, I'm a big fan of Spider-Man Homecoming. I think Tom Holland is the best of all of the Spider-Mans. I think he plays the best Peter Parker and the best Spider-Man combined. I think Tobey Maguire played a great Peter Parker, not a great Spider-Man. And I think Andrew Garfield played a really great Spider-Man, but not necessarily a great Peter Parker. I think Tom Holland is the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So that's my initial take on it. I liked the movie. I didn't have a problem with it. Before we get to any of the visuals, we'll go around the table here. Let's go to the bald guy, Andrew, first.
We're talking about Spider-Man Homecoming, or we're talking about Peter Parker?
Homecoming.
Or character?
I mean, I just brought up the Peter Parkers. I just was saying that Tom Holland is my favorite of the Peter Parkers, but you don't have to comment on that. Just about Spider-Man.
I don't know if I like Spider-Man or not, because and here's my issue with Spider-Man is in general, not just the character playing Spider-Man. When do spiders have superhuman strength? I didn't know spiders had superhuman strength.
Well, no, I think what that goes down to is the size of the spider with their strength. The bigger they would be, their strength ratio to their size is where the strength's coming from.
Yeah, I think Jason's right.
not only that, there are spiders that eat on birds and stuff like
Yeah.
that too. So I guess I had the same question a long time ago, and I just kind of never just looked into it.
The relative size of a spider. A spider that small is relatively strong. When if you take a man spider, then he would be that much stronger, I guess. And John, just so I can clear it up, John, you're having a little background noise, so I'm going to keep you.
We're glitching something.
I'm going to keep you muted unless I'm coming to you, okay? Just for everybody else's sake. So that's where the spider strength comes in, Andrew.
Okay.
So you're not really a fan, though?
I enjoy his movies, the Spider-Man movies, but I just have an issue when one movie he has endless supply of stuff coming out of his hands. The next movie he doesn't, and so on and so forth.
That's only Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. That's the only Spider-Man in all of Spider-Man lore that actually has webs coming out of their wrists. All other Spider-Mans in all of the MCU have to do web cartridges.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about the new movie though?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The new movie, the Tom Holland Spider-Man has the
No, he doesn't. He makes the web fluid.
But in the new movie, he's starting to develop.
Oh, then they're taking us. I haven't seen the new one.
Yeah,
yet.
they're trying to turn him into the man spider. They're trying to hint to is what it seems like it.
That would take us exactly. Uncle Slam is right. That would take us to the storyline where Peter Parker actually mutates into a spider, and actually has to get like an antidote in order to revert back to himself.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
It's pretty cool in the comics and in the 90s cartoon. I don't know how well it's going to play in the live action movies, but if that's the case in the new movie, then that would be where they're leading likely. Slam, any initial thoughts about Spider-Man? Did you have a favorite Peter Parker?
I definitely like Tom Holland out of all the Peter Parkers. I like I said, for the most part, I always like most of the Spider-Mans. There's not too many that I really hated. Some are better than others, but as a whole, most of the time the Spider-Man franchise to me seems kind of solid. This one was all right. I enjoyed, the villain or whatever. What's his name?
Vulture.
What is his name?
No, his real name.
He's Batman.
Michael Keaton.
The guy that played
Batman.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Michael Keaton. So, it was good to see Michael Keaton out there or whatever, as a villain or whatever. So, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. I've watched it since I was a kid. I've always watched the cartoons. So,
the terrible
unless
70s
they do something really bad, it's kind of hard for me to hate Spider-Man, except for like the Venom movies. But that's a different story.
I can understand that. Yeah, I loved the addition of Michael Keaton. J Mac.
I'm a big I don't want to say a big Spider-Man fan. He's one of my favorites out of the Marvel universe. To touch back on what we were talking about just a minute ago about the webs coming out of his hands, I actually seen something the other day that said that actually changes the way that Tobey Maguire can fight people as compared to the way that the other two can fight people, because he doesn't have to worry about conserving web.
Yes,
the other ones do and everything. He can that's why he can use the web bullets and stuff like that and everything to, take people down. As far as a favorite Spider-Man, I'll be honest with you. Out of all three of them, I like Garfield the best. And I've always liked Garfield the best. I think I like Toby. I like them all, but I don't know. I just like him the best. But I think that Holland plays the actual Peter Parker character better and looks the role better. He doesn't look like a 30-year-old trying to play a teenager. So it's like that's my biggest thing with Holland and everything. But yeah, I like the movies. Loved seeing Michael Keaton back. Love Michael Keaton. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. I was a little boy when Batman came out, and I was all hyped over that, and Beetlejuice. So yeah, it was good to see. I thought it was a pretty good movie overall.
Theorist?
I like the movie. I like Tom Holland. I like all of them. Going back to what my dad said, I like all of them, but I like them for individual things. Like me personally, my favorite is Tobey Maguire. I grew up with him. It's nostalgia. That was my Spider-Man. That's who I grew up watching. I think if I was going to put him into categories, I would say Tobey Maguire is my favorite out of all of them, but Tobey Maguire would be in the category of nostalgia. I would put Andrew Garfield in the category of, I feel like his story was the most emotional, the most that came out and made you be like, dang, like he really went through it, you know? And then I would put Tom Holland as he is the more accurate depiction of Peter Parker. I like it because it is accurate from the comics.
Okay, John.
For me, I mean, I like Andrew Garfield the most. Watching his movies, it definitely was like with the theorist said. It was the most emotional. And I do like the Tom Holland movies, but the one thing I guess I do like the fact that it is more accurate to the comics with the Peter Parker thing. But you never see Uncle Ben, and I don't know why that didn't happen.
I think actually I'm not sure about the Tom Holland Uncle Ben. I don't know that we ever did they ever mention it actually. Now that
I don't saw, and I like the fact that of them having Uncle Ben, and that's why with Andrew Garfield, like his was that you're him with his father at a young age, and all that happening right then and there, seeing what happens with his parents, and then how his story goes on further from there, is just I feel is what I like the most, along with how he fights with the lizard in the school, and with how he swings with his webs. It I feel is a lot more like spider-like and kind of just more like he knows how to do it more in a sense than the other two.
What did you think of Tom Holland Spider-Man, the movie that we're talking about, Homecoming?
For Homecoming, I liked that movie. That was a pretty decent movie. It was nice to see Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Watching it, can't remember too very much, but it was actually a nice one seeing him fight Vulture and how that story played out. So it was definitely very interesting.
Jason?
Andrew Garfield, my favorite, and I'm going to go with the other two. Same reason, the emotional parts that he went through. But I liked all the Spider-Mans. I got to say, I didn't really like the one where he became the evil Spider-Man. But the Homecoming, fighting, Michael Keaton, everything he did, I enjoyed that movie by far the most out of all of them.
And saving best for last, Wolfman. What are your thoughts on the movie? And did you have a favorite Spider-Man out of them?
Well, it's kind of like the opposite of what Theris said. My first Spider-Man movie I ever saw was Tobey Maguire. I was probably 10 or 11 when that movie came out, I believe. But then I just got confused with why do they keep changing the Peter Parker character when they had a Peter Parker? But I can understand actors get old, or if their contracts don't agree with the producers and all that stuff. But Tom Holland, if you look at Tom Holland and then look at Peter Parker from the comic books, it kind of looks like Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And I personally have kind of a connection to Spider-Man because I've lost family abruptly. I literally watched family die. I got my butt kicked all the time. I was bullied through school. So Spider-Man is kind of a personal hero to me. So he can go back and kick Flash Thompson's ass for all I care.
Let's not get started on this version Spider-Man's of Flash. That is something that I'm not really a fan of in Homecoming. That would be my biggest complaint, is them taking the Flash character and completely changing who the character is. So I'm not really a fan of that. Let's do a couple of visuals, and then we'll give our rating. Wolfman made all these. Wolfman, we have 3 movies to get through, and you made so many visuals. I don't know that we're going to get through all of them.
Well,
So,
it doesn't matter which ones.
Yeah, it's all good, man. And we shared them. We're going to share them on the page and stuff, too. What warning does Iron Man give Spider-Man here? Does anybody remember that?
He didn't do the great
Say no to
power
drugs.
comes. I know, he didn't do the great power, great responsibility, did he? Was that what he did there?
I don't think they did that at all in the movie.
I don't think they
hinted at it
did
once
either.
or twice. They hinted at it once or twice, but they didn't actually say the line.
That's right after he got done fighting with Vulture or whatever he was, wasn't it?
Nope.
Was that
Well,
after the
yeah,
boat?
sort of. Yes, sort of, Jason. Yes.
After he ended up in the water.
Yeah, sort
Was
of,
that-
Jason. Yeah, he did fight the Vulture a little bit in that exchange.
Yeah, but isn't he telling him to stay, just stay away?
Yeah, to stay out of it.
Yeah.
He's
be a
biting off
friendly
more than he can
grounded.
chew.
Yeah, to
Like
be a
stay-
friendly neighborhood
yeah.
Spider-Man.
Stay grounded.
Yeah, and let the Avengers take care of the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember one line I liked from that scene is, "Did you know this suit has a built-in heater?"
Oh man, I know, me too. Oh, that was a funny one. Yeah, that was good.
I'm
And
like, wow.
I like that we were getting to see some of the because there's no reason to have an Iron Man 4, right? Like there's
No.
definitely not a reason to do an Iron Man 4. So I like that we're getting, and we're going to talk about it later, Hulk and Thor Ragnarok, Iron Man and Spider-Man Homecoming. I like that we're getting cameos and they're kind of being like another addition to some of the characters that we already know. All right, next one. Does anybody know what other Marvel movie this actor has been in? And a little tidbit for everybody: this is the same character from the previous movie, confirmed.
Is that
No.
Daredevil? No,
No.
I don't know.
I don't know. You got me on this one.
Yeah, I don't recall ever seeing him in anything else.
Want me to tell him, boss?
Yeah, Andrew. I'm assuming Andrew doesn't know either.
What do you mean you're assuming Andrew doesn't know either?
Well, you're not a big Marvel guy.
Well, you're right. I don't know, but why are you assuming that?
Because you're not a big Marvel guy. And Jason, we lost your son. He hasn't come back in the studio yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. That's okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
All right.
Wolfman, go ahead.
Well, if you remember from, I don't know who played the Hulk in that one, but he was the nerdy guy from the Hulk when he was eating pizza and he kind of saluted him with the piece of pizza from the Hulk movie.
Yep.
That's him.
I don't remember that.
I can't.
Wait. Which
Small
Hulk movie? Which
Yeah,
Hulk movie?
I am
The
2008?
Hulk that takes place in the universe, the Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton.
The 2008. What? I
That's
don't.
what movie.
I've
That's-
seen
I
that,
don't know.
that movie. I don't remember him.
Yeah, go back and watch it. I did a double. I listened to everybody. I did a double take too when he sent me that one, and I went and confirmed it. That's why I said this is confirmed. I went and confirmed it. So Wolfman confirmed it. I confirmed it. That's double confirmation. That's always been. I love this one, Wolfman. I'm sorry. I love this one because no one is going to know. There's no way any of us know this.
He gave me a number, but
False.
True.
False. True.
true. Why not?
I'm picking false.
I wouldn't even know how to guess. Wolfman.
I'm looking at my notes real quick so I can tell you the right number. Let's see. Here we go. The reason why he actually gave the wrong number, the Ultimate Collection that he actually showed with the figurine of Palpatine had 9,023 pieces in it. And the
And he said
producers,
there's like what 5,000?
yeah.
So it was false.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
False. Yes.
Face. I do know my stuff.
I was about to say.
So the reason why they said that is because the producers didn't do their research.
Tell me I didn't know my stuff. What the heck?
Oh, I know. I was just messing with you, man. I know you do. I actually don't know the answer to this one, but let's take a shot at it.
He's asking him about the details about the suit.
Yeah. About,
Yes.
He keeps
that's
bugging him
correct.
about the suit. Does it do this? Does it do that? Can you do this? Can you do that?
Is that correct, Wolfman?
Nope.
Nope.
Well,
I thought you guys were right. This is one thing I'm going to miss, Wolfman. I am going to miss this when I start producing the episodes. I like not knowing the answer to some of these things that you've made. I really do. It makes I get to host, but I get to be a guest.
Wasn't he talking about the Stark internship?
Nope.
All right, tell us, Wolfman.
what?
Nobody knows.
He was bugging him what kind of powers he had. Like he literally asked him this.
That's
He
what
literally
I
asked
said.
him this.
Is that
Do
what you
you
said?
lay eggs?
You said the suit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I said that all the different things that he can do. He's bugging about different things. Can you do this? Can you do that? Yeah, that's what I said.
I took it as more of you were saying about the suit. My bad, man. That's my bad.
But he keeps bugging him about, can you do this? Can you do that?
Yeah.
We're not wearing this. We're not doing that one, buddy. We don't have time for that kind of stuff. The fairy scene, the famous fairy scene, and this is what I like about this scene is that all three Spider-Mans have gotten to have a version or variation of this scene, and I really love the continuity that they did with that.
Yeah.
Toby's was the best.
Yeah.
And Toby's
That's
was
where one of the weapons went haywire.
That was I agree. Toby's was really good, but I like this one. I liked this one too.
Can I say something about this scene?
Yeah, of course.
If it wasn't for, this happens because of the Avengers.
Yeah.
The movie begins with the cleanup after the Battle of New York.
Yep.
Right.
Damage control takes over. Tony Stark accidentally creates Adrian Toomes by putting him out of business.
Mm-hmm.
And in many ways, Iron Man indirectly created the Vulture, which causes all this.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Did you fart?
And
No,
it was
I
the
burped.
technology.
No,
That's what it was. It was the technology and Spider-Man's interference when the FBI had actually been called in.
Yeah.
All right, let's give our rating, and then we're going to move on to the next movie. Unless anybody else wants to talk about anything they want to about Spider-Man: Homecoming. Anybody?
Yeah.
I got so
I
many
do.
Well, Andrew, go ahead.
Okay, so is this the one where Tony gives him a new suit?
Yes.
And his buddy, the little fat Asian guy, whatever his name is,
Ned.
that just basically plugs in a USB. Say, hey, look at this! I can plug this USB in, and all of a sudden I have
And yes, he
Really?
he can hack the suit. They hacked the suit.
That's
yeah.
in the
the
next
USB
one.
plug-in. That
Crack it,
just
yeah.
I saw this major technology, worldwide technology that nothing that the Tony Stark, the smartest guy in the universe, puts together, and then the Ned plugs it into his computer and says, "Hey, look, I can hack this." That just bugged me. That bugged me, and that.
Right. Tony's supposed to be this big mega genius, and Ned's like, look, I can do it too.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Ned's a mega genius too.
Yeah.
This is my response. Hey, we know we'll find out later. Ned has a little bit of magic in him too. So Ned is some kind of character there.
He's the hobgoblin.
He's definitely not part of the MCU, like in terms of canon or anything. He's likely just going to be a fan favorite character that gets wrote in for having.
I think he's going to turn out to be a hobgoblin.
How do you think that? How do you think that?
You mean the Green Goblin, actually.
No, Green
Hobgoblin.
Goblin.
The
Hobgoblin.
Green Goblin was the dude that rode around in the
Yeah, well, they both
the
ride around
skate-
technically.
the Silver Server, whatever it's called,
Glider.
Yeah, the surfboard thing. Yes,
Silver Surfer.
Have another one, Andrew.
I just started. I should be drinking more if I can't talk now. What the heck?
Yeah, I
I
guess
just
so.
started.
All right, let's do our rating.
Hold on. One
go
more
ahead.
thing. One more thing I want to bring up is nobody ever mentioned how it's set up for the Scorpion.
That's
Tell
in the
us.
cutscene.
So,
Yeah.
well,
We didn't do the
is it
cutscene.
in
We
the
didn't do that
cutscene?
cutscene yet.
Yeah.
No, we didn't get to the cutscene
Yeah.
yet, but yeah.
When
Okay,
Toomes is
my
in
bad.
prison.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm
No, it's all
jumping
right.
ahead.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Let's give our rating, and then we'll do the post-credit scene as we do, and then we'll move on to the next movie. So for me, I'm a big fan of the Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm going to give it 4.5 Jolly Rogers. Wolfman?
I gotta give it 5.
5? All right, Jason.
Because
go ahead.
One thing that you guys didn't kind of mixed up on is Ned doesn't get to hack the suit until Spider-Man Far From Home, when he becomes the Night Monkey.
No, he hacks the suit in Homecoming. That's why his web shooters are all messed up. That's why his web shooters get all messed up in the first exchange, when he's going to track the exchange, and he ends up shooting an electric web up at the thing, and the whole first battle with the Vulture, his web shooters are all messed up because he hacked the suit.
Oh, I thought it was from the Far From Home, when he's in England or France or whatever, when it's Inside Out.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but yeah, no, I mean, it might happen in that too, but it definitely happens in Homecoming.
Yeah, it was early in Spider-Man Homecoming is when Peter Parker has his friend Ned Leeds bypass Tony Stark's training wheels protocol.
The training, and he does, he turns off the training wheels protocol. Yeah,
yeah, parental control.
And then he finds out later that it's also a separate protocols, because he also finds out later that everything he does is being tracked by Tony Stark under the baby blanket protocol.
Yep. So he's pretty much being babysat by Iron Man.
All right, you gave it 5, Jason?
I of all of them, I think I like that one the best too, and I would definitely give it a 5 Jolly Rogers.
All right, Jedi?
I like it. I like Tom Holland's movies. Like I said, Toby's my favorite. But with that being said, I'll give it a solid 4.
J-Mac?
Spider-Man, out of all the Marvel movies that have come out, Spider-Man's one of my favorites. Again, I like Garfield better than any of them, but I do like Holland. There hasn't been a Spider-Man that I don't like as far as like who plays him. But I do like Holland. I think he does a good job. This is a good movie. I'll give it 4 headlocks.
Is there more? You were going to say more? It seemed like you stopped there.
No. I was done. 4 headlocks.
Uncle Slam?
I enjoyed Spider-Man. I always do. I guess there's a reason for it, because they've had a million of them, and they're making a million more to come. I would give this a solid 4 slams.
Andrew? Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
All right, and Andrew, what do you give it?
Just because I can't get past the USB port plugged into his laptop, I got to give it a solid 3.289 shots.
Wow, really going out there. All right, someone make sure they mark that one down. All right,
have we gotten to Endgame yet?
We're not even close.
We're not even
okay.
The next episode after this is Infinity War.
We've done so many movies I couldn't remember. I
can understand
because there's something about Tom Holland. I was going to bring something up about Tom Holland, but it has to do with Endgame, but it also has to do with Spider-Man too. But
yeah, you better hold off till we get to that one. All right, the Spider-Man mid-credit and post-credit scenes, and it shows up. J-Mac, why don't you take us through the first one, because that's the one I have on my list here about Vulture, the Vulture in prison.
Mac Gargan, I guess that's how you say his name, appears in prison. Of course, comic book fans know he eventually becomes the Scorpion, one of Spider-Man's deadliest enemies. And Marvel planted the seed, but the storyline has not yet paid off for MCU, is what I've looked up for my information. They're not even sure if they're going to develop anything with that. I think it would be stupid to, foreshadow it and then just not do anything with it, especially with him being one of his deadliest enemies.
Yeah.
I would agree with that, because you got to be careful about, you don't want to start including post-credit scenes that aren't going to go anywhere. Right.
Like the whole point of a post-credit scene is to give you a teaser for what's to come.
Yeah. And then the second credit scene, which is a humorous one, and it's that's when Spider-Man is in the suit and he takes the helmet off, and then May's standing behind him and she screams, "What the?" And then they cut off.
Yeah.
So, but that's a big thing. Aunt May knowing that he's Spider-Man is actually a big, like, it was a comedic scene, but in terms of story for Spider-Man, that's huge.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting that they did that as a post-credit scene. All right, that was Spider-Man Homecoming. Next up is, of course, we know that this is J-Mac's favorite movie. This is the third of his favorite movies of all times in all of the MCU. Thor Ragnarok. Now, for me, J-Mac aside, for me, Thor Ragnarok is the best of the Thor movies, and that's for two reasons. Three reasons, actually. One is there's no Natalie Portman. All right, we can all cheer at that.
Yay!
The second one is that it serves as kind of a second Hulk movie because Marvel still didn't have the rights to do a solo Hulk movie, so we kind of get some Hulk story in this. And the third reason is I think it's just overall, it's a comic book movie. This is like the Guardians are kind of like a more comic book than more drama or real life. Like this, and this was a straight, like if you were turning the page of a comics, this is what it would be in live action. That's why I like Thor Ragnarok, because it is a classic throwback to what comic books are about. So that's my my initial opinion on it. Let's go to Andrew first again. Andrew, what's your thoughts on Thor Ragnarok?
I don't like how every Thor movie they made him more and more silly and not the tough guy Thor. And the same with the Hulk. They made the Hulk more puny and weenie and too not Hulkish. They just went the wrong way with both of them, both characters. They made it more weenie-ish. That's what, yeah.
Wolfman?
I personally didn't care for this one because there was so many different new characters I couldn't keep my head on straight. Like the person that captures Thor, the one, and then like the person that like makes him into the gladiator, the head guy.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite characters in this was that.
It wasn't the collector, was it?
The Grand
No, it
Master.
wasn't.
Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum, yeah. Jeff Goldblum is the Grand Master.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And speaking of
that.
Jeff Goldblum, I just want to let you guys know, I hope everybody heard that Dr. Ian Malcolm passed away.
Who's that? Jeff Goldblum?
No, Dr. Ian Malcolm, the guy that had the cat and the red bandana.
What's
Grant? You mean Dr. Grant?
Yeah, Dr. Grant.
Yeah, not Ian Malcolm is the character that Jeff Goldblum plays.
Oh, okay.
You were
now
talking
I'm
about
going to be
Dr.
mad
Grant.
because I can't think of his name.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill passed away.
Yeah, Sam Neill passed away. Yeah, rest in peace, Dr. Grant. And you know what? We'll probably do a Jurassic Park franchise watch through once we get through the MCU. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
He was
I thought we did a Jurassic Park. That was the first episode I was on.
Did we do the whole series or just the?
I don't remember. I just
me neither.
I've done so many podcasts. I don't know what I've done at this point.
You talked about, before we move on in the line, you talked about all the different characters that we had in this one, and what they did was they repackaged something that was within Marvel called the Revengers. None of these characters actually are canon. This is a group, they took the name from Marvel lore and then added the characters they wanted. None of those characters are in the comic books under the Revengers. At no point do any of those characters serve on the Revengers in the comic books. So, but that's the group that they're supposed to be in this. Valkyrie is added, the Grandmaster Jeff Goldblum, and of course, where is she? There we go. Hela.
His sister.
That's right.
His older sister.
Yeah. And Jason, what are your thoughts on the movie?
Not my favorite, but I actually like the way they made the Hulk and Thor out. And my favorite scene of the movie is when he gets his hair cut. It's by far the funniest part. But what I like most about the movie is Tessa Thompson, the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
I mean, stunningly beautiful woman, played a very good part in the movie. And the way she has the Hulk wrapped around her finger is just adorable.
I like that. I liked it too. Let's talk. Let's continue on, and then we'll bring up the next topic. Theorist.
It wasn't a bad movie. It definitely wasn't my favorite because I felt like, again, going back to Wolfman and Andrew, like it introduced way too many characters in such a short amount of time. I felt like a lot of the plot points that they kept building kind of just shifted. Like so you're starting here, and then you're almost at the end of it, understanding why this is happening, and then it jumps onto another point, and it's just like, and it just does it all movie. I'm just like, okay. But other than that, the fighting's cool. The visuals are awesome. I don't really have, in that aspect, I don't have any judgment. I think it's pretty good.
J-Mac?
Well, we know how I feel about Thor movies. Let's start off with
Thor.
Yeah, but we have to go to you anyway, buddy.
Let's start off with, I don't know why they had to do the Incredible Hulk this way and put him in this terrible movie.
Because they didn't have the rights to do an Incredible Hulk.
Oh, movie. I know. I just don't know why they had to do him that way. They just could have left him completely out of it.
No, you don't like the evolution of the Hulk character through the movies?
Not at all.
No.
Wow, really? I actually like that. I like that. That's one of the things they did throughout the whole movies is that we got to see kind of an evolution of Hulk. I don't like where it doesn't look like he's going in the right place in the future movies. I don't know what they're doing. When I saw the trailer for Doomsday, I did not understand what I was watching. But I kind of liked the evolution to eventually get to the Hulk where he's Bruce Banner, but in Hulk form. That's actually straight out of the comics too.
As far as everything else with the movie, let's see. I made a little list here. A League of Their Own, The Lion King, Step Brothers, and that's the three main ones. But those three movies had better sibling rivalries in their movies than this one ever could have imagined. And that's all this movie was I'm mad at my sister, and my sister hates daddy, and we're just it was terrible.
They need to be in family therapy.
Yes, they do. Daddy, she had daddy issues, and he's just, I don't know. I hate my sister or what. I don't know. It was just, I don't like it.
You want to be their therapist, don't you?
No, I don't. I want them both to resign as playing these parts. And
well, I mean, I guess you could kind of look at Surtur as the therapist.
It was terrible. Look, I can catch your hammer.
Yeah, how was she able to do that? I couldn't understand that part. How was she able to pick it up and crush it?
She was the wielder of Mjolnir before Thor.
That doesn't make imagery. But that doesn't make her worthy now.
Yeah,
it just makes her stronger than him.
Yes, thank you, Slam. Yes, it doesn't make her worthy. She wasn't holding it. She wasn't wielding it. She stopped it with her power and destroyed it.
Okay, but that's my point. She still held it up when she was holding it.
Yeah,
she was still holding it, and
no, she was stopping its momentum going forward.
I am looking at the picture right now.
That one,
exactly.
She's holding it.
Stops it,
no,
and
she's crushing it.
Okay, so if she stopped it, then it should have immediately slammed her hand to the ground.
No,
because she's not worthy to hold.
Sorry,
I disagree. I disagree.
No, because Thor is still actively.
You're allowed to be wrong.
Thor in that moment is still actively using his power to. The reason it's flying is Thor is still active. No, Thor is still actively pushing it.
Yes.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
You can see it. His hand is still
Huge
extended
plot
in the
hole.
one scene. Thor extends his hand in the one scene. He still
I
has
don't
it
care what
extended
he's
as
got.
a-
I can extend my hand. That don't mean something gonna fly.
Wait a
at
second.
my-
Let me put an end to this.
Andrew,
Let me
go
put
ahead.
an end to this. J Mac is correct.
Okay. Well, I don't know about that, but
huge plot hole.
Huge plot hole. He is correct. Correct the mundo.
Move on from that. I can't help. Listen, guys,
Nobody else could pick it up except for Captain America and the
viewers-
evil twin.
She didn't pick
What
it
about
up.
Vision?
She
Yeah, I
never
know,
grabbed
Slam.
it to pick it up. She
I know,
stopped
Slam.
the
Hold on,
momentum
hold on.
and squeezed it and broke it.
I know.
Hold
I
on.
understand.
I'm gonna
She picked it
look
up
this
off
up.
the
Y'all
ground.
talk
Don't
amongst
get it.
yourselves.
Some
I'm
of you guys
gonna.
don't get it. Jason, I got to throw it to you though. Go ahead.
Vision picked it up.
Vision also picked it up. He's
Yeah,
worthy.
he was
But
worthy.
that's the whole point.
But
is
do you
Thor
remember who
wasn't
Vision
up.
said he was? He is I am.
Yeah.
He's the all powerful. So he can pick up anything.
Yeah, and she
I
was,
wouldn't go
but
that
I
far.
can't help the way people don't understand that she wasn't wielding it, that Thor was still wielding it, and she was just stopping it. Thus, the destruction of it. Two gods fighting with the Force with the hammer in the center. I understand that imagery. It's okay if everybody doesn't. Some people don't like the movie. Clearly, that's okay. Slam, we're going to go to you because we didn't get your thoughts yet on the movie. So let's go to you.
It's starting to go down as far as the Thor movie. They slowly are getting worse. 1 was the best. 2 starting to get even worse. 3, and once you see 4, like you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm going to tear 4 apart.
Like a lot of shit was just stupid. Now I'm not saying what Legends talking about, but I mean, like, this is supposed to be the end of your world. There's supposed to be death. Your father died, and everybody's cracking jokes and doing one-liners. I don't get it. Like, what's to be laughing about? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, your dad just died. Your world's about to end. Your people are suffering. But hey, we're having a party here. We're having drinks. We're joking. No, like, I didn't get any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? The dragon in the beginning looked like it had a rocket pack on the side and shit shooting off. The beginning of Thor's captured in chains. He's spinning all slow and they're cracking jokes. It got dumber and dumber. I didn't like it. I couldn't, like I said. I mean, there's just so many holes in the whole story that I fell asleep at least 2 or 3 times watching it, and I had to wake myself up and watch it and keep watching it. So that pretty much says all of it right there.
Okay, I was about to say, can I say one thing? Okay. I'm a man. Okay. I'm a man. I am fully capable of admitting when I'm wrong. So AI did confirm it. It says the catch. Hela effortlessly catches the flying hammer by the head with one hand, stopping it cold midair. Thor attempts to recall the hammer, causing it to vibrate and try to fly back to his hand. Hela holds it firmly in her grasp, overpowering Thor's pull, completely shattering it.
And to add to that, when Hela stops Mjolnir, or however you say it, stupid word, that stupid hammer.
Mjolnir.
It is considered her catching and overpowering the hammer rather than
I love
active.
Google AI. Raise your hand.
Where did any of that say she picked it up?
It doesn't.
Catching something is not picking something up.
Picking up is not wielding something.
If I catch something,
if you hold,
it's different than picking something up. Like,
you're still holding it. You're still holding it.
It's not the same thing.
So wait a minute. Let me ask a question. What's the difference? You said you picked it up and holding it.
Catching
wait a minute.
Something.
Stop. Let me. Okay. So what's the difference? What's the difference in you reaching down and picking it up off the ground and holding it, or you catching it and holding
one was
it?
thrown to me, and one I had to physically pick up, grab it with my hand.
It doesn't matter. You're still wielding.
The other one came towards me.
What's the definition of wielding? What's the definition of wielding?
I love
wielding. What is the definition of wielding?
I'm gonna have to step in here as the host, Slam and J Mac. That's just why you want to go watch Headlock, Seals, and Havoc. Everybody
to hold and use a weapon or tool.
You're gonna see.
So she had to hold it. She was
There's
holding it.
passionate debate.
She was wielding it.
People who believe what they're
It's all right,
talking
Legend. You're allowed to be wrong.
I'm
still
not
like you
wrong.
anyway.
I got the proof right there. Definitions. Definitions to words.
Okay, all right. All right. I got here's something for you guys to think about on this one here.
Go ahead.
Was it in the first Avengers movie when Thor threw the hammer thingy, whatever it's called, Mjolnir, whatever it's called? He threw it, and didn't the Hulk try to catch it, and it brought his hand to the ground?
Thank
so
you.
Was he holding
Thank
it,
you.
or was it going away? I mean, I don't know how you want to do it.
Grab the handle.
Thank you.
And pull him to the ground. Plain and simple.
I think it's pretty clear that those of us that see the difference and those of us that don't see
There
the
is no
difference,
difference.
we're not
There is no
going to
difference.
fool anybody else on the other side. So we're going to move on.
He threw it at both people. One person caught it. One person didn't.
We're going to move on from this. So let's move on and move on to some of Wolfman's hard work visuals that he put on for us.
Hey, I'm sorry you all are wrong. It's not my fault.
Who wants to go first on this one?
I know this one.
Go ahead, Andrew. Andrew, I'm throwing
That's when he
Andrew.
first sees the Hulk. He says, "Hey, we're buddies."
It's a friend from work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Oh man, I love it. That's a great one too. And then of course he realizes that it's not actually Bruce. And you know what he does? I'm sorry. You know what he does there too afterwards? He calls him Banner.
Yeah.
Stupid thing. Come up. There we go. He calls him Banner. And we know that the Hulk does not like being called Bruce Banner.
Well, I thought he didn't know he was Bruce Banner.
They know that the Hulk knows that he's Hulk. Bruce Banner knows that he's Bruce Banner. They both are aware of each other. And when they say it in this movie, actually, something after he becomes Bruce Banner again, Bruce is like, usually it's like each of us has a hand on the wheel, but this time Hulk threw me in the trunk and he's been driving the car these last 3 years.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until he sees Black Widow that he comes out of Hulk and turns back into Bruce Banner for the first time in 3 years. This leads us to Infinity War, and then the events of Endgame, where the Hulk doesn't want to come out.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about why that is during that episode, but we're going to save it for that.
30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Right here. This is one of my other favorites right here. This is why I love Tom Hiddleston. This is why I love him as Loki. He is so funny. I love it. So
I don't think they could have got a better person to play him.
No way.
No way. And even auditioned for Thor.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, it's not even that he's funny. It's that he has that jackass elegancy about him.
He's a smart ass.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember how long he was falling for?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Jason, there you go. You got it, buddy. Oh man, I love that. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That is one of my favorites. Well, we know who does this to Thor, right?
Yeah.
Let's do this one. This is one I don't have the answer for this. This is one that Wolfman's gonna have to answer for us. So who knows it?
Okay, wait a second before we go on. Jason.
What?
When you do your rapper, get it away from the microphone, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
I believe that those are just representations of the champions of the arena, hence why they're currently building Hulks.
I think that's what I would have to guess also. Anybody else have something different?
No.
Wolfman?
Theorist has it that those are past champions, but if you look at the one to the top left, that
Yes,
looks like
I can't think of his name, but he had that. He isn't.
It's Horse Hulk.
Yeah.
it's like he is a different version
Horse
of
Hulk.
Thor in the comic books.
All right, who Thor was never champion. He just got here. Does anybody know? I'm almost certain. I don't know if this is for sure. Any of you guys can Google me and fact check me if you want, but I think I know who's off to the left on the right side of the image next to Thor, just underneath Thor. Does anybody know who that is?
With the
'Cause I
spiked
think I know
hair?
who that is. Yeah,
With the spiked hair?
I don't know which one we're talking about.
The one with the spikes, J-Mac?
Okay, so the
Spartan
spike-headed guy.
Yep. Does anybody know him? I think I know who
Is
that
he the
is.
whistle guy on the Guardians movie?
Alexander the Great.
No.
Ares.
I don't know. I was being smart.
I don't know.
I believe that is the Guardian.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So who is the horse-faced guy? Why is there a?
He's a different version of Thor. That's where the axe comes from.
Looks like there's two Bigfoot people on the bottom right.
There was a
Bigfoot.
horse Thor?
Yes.
I actually don't know who some of the other. I actually don't know who the other ones are. I
It
definitely
looks like
don't.
King Kong on the bottom right.
That's terrible. We got horse Thors and.
Are y'all talking about Beta Ray Bill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gatorade Bill. What?
That's his name. That's his name. That's where the axe comes from.
Oh, she just got smoked out.
No.
She's picking up the hammer.
Nope.
Nope.
No, she's.
She was holding the hammer.
Nope.
Wolfman,
Wielding.
for the phrasing of this,
She's
dude.
wielding
That's
the
what I mean.
hammer.
This is
got
what I'm saying, dude. You did so good. You've been getting so good with these images, dude. I love this. This is my third favorite one right here. What the hell is that? I love it.
She farted and she's got company coming over, so she's like,
I got a vacuum
not even
real quick.
close.
Got a vacuum.
Does anybody
She's
know?
trying to start her army back up.
There you go, Slam. Slam's got it.
Yeah.
What? What did he say?
She took
Go
the
ahead.
fire of life and then went down that hole and
Yep. The
started
eternal
all
fire.
those- got the
And,
wolf back. That's when she got the big wolf and all the army back that she had
And,
before.
If the fire of
Resurrected.
life coming out of her hole is green, then people need to watch out.
It's that Taco Bell.
We gotta do Stan Lee. We gotta do the Stan Lee one quick before we move on.
Taco.
he's
Yeah.
fine, bro. You know,
Somebody needs a haircut.
Yes,
What
that's
is
right.
Stan Lee?
He's the one that cuts Thor's hair. So you can all thank Stan Lee for anybody who didn't like that. All right, let's give it a rating. I'm gonna go first. Like I said, I think this is the best of the Thor movies, and the best I can give any Thor movie is a 4 Jolly Rogers. That is the absolute best that I can do. So that's what I'm gonna give it. Jason?
I'm going to give it a 4 as well. Like I said, I don't think it was the best one, but I did like the way they did the Hulk and the way they did do Thor. And like I said, the Valkyrie chick, man, she made the movie. For me, she made the movie.
I like it as well. Wolfman, what do you got?
1.
Oh, jeez.
Smart
All right.
man.
Andrew?
I got to go complete opposite of Jason. I'm giving it a 1 just for the fact that I hated the way they did Thor and Hulk. They made him more puny and more weenie-ish. I did not like
Wait
that at
until
all.
you see Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna eviscerate that movie. I'm gonna eviscerate that movie. I would also like to point out that this is the end of Odin, Anthony Hopkins as Odin in the MCU, and that is a terrible loss because Anthony Hopkins as Odin was just one of those
It was
just
great.
premier casting choices. in
Anthony
my
Absolutely
Hopkins as
fantastic casting choice.
anything. Anthony Hopkins as anything is a great casting choice.
Yeah, but he played Odin.
He could
Perfect.
sit.
Yeah.
He
You
could
know
sit
who
and read
else?
the phone book for 2 hours, and it
No,
would
wait. There's a stupid movie he was in. I'll think of it in a second. Let me find it.
You
Here.
know who else?
I know
would
which one you're
see
talking
playing
about. Go
Thor?
ahead, Fierce.
Not Thor. Odin. And this is a hot take. This is just my opinion.
Who?
Go ahead.
He played. You were just telling me about Lonesome Dove. Who is his name? He just passed away.
Oh, Robert
Neill?
Duvall.
Yes.
Duvall. Oh,
I could have seen him playing Thor.
I just think he had too much of a country accent to do.
Robert Duvall playing Thor?
No, I think he means Odin.
Odin.
Oh,
Odin.
Oh no.
Okay, no.
Not Thor.
Yeah,
Odin.
sorry, correct. Yeah. I got
correction.
you, Fierce.
Thank you.
I love Duvall, but I just think he would have had too much of a country accent.
Nah.
I don't think he would have had the power that Anthony Hopkins brings, man. I don't think he would have had the power that Anthony Hopkins brings. So what
I mean,
are you?
they're
what
on
are
the
you-
same level. Don't get me wrong.
What are you
but-
giving it, Theorist? 1 out of 5.
I didn't like the story. I think the graphics and the fighting scenes, the action kind of just is what held it up for me. So I'm going to give it like a solid 2.5.
Okay, J Mac. I mean,
So I'm going to
The
give
one-
the only redeeming grace to this movie, and nobody touched on it, was the fact that did nobody realize that Loki is actually the hero because he actually saved everybody? Because while Thor fights Hela, Loki steals the Tesseract, rescues civilians, steals Sutar's crown, and unleashes Surtar, or whatever the hell his name is.
Serta.
So Serta, yeah. Without Loki, Hela wins. So,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Thor told him to do it.
Thor told him
still,
to do flash.
but still though,
He
if
wouldn't have
he
come
had,
up with the idea by itself.
well, I mean, it's Loki.
That was
He was just trying to probably steal the Tesseract. But no, for me, I mean, the only saving grace is this had the Incredible Hulk in it, and even that wasn't great. So it's a 1 for me. If I can even, if I could do negative numbers, I would. But
Idris Elba as Heimdall too. I just want to throw that out there. Idris Elba as Heimdall. I think another perfect casting choice. Slam, go ahead. What are you going to rate it?
I'm going to give this a 2. I feel like there was I feel like this was a missed opportunity. They had good characters and just let them go to waste. Thor and the Hulk together, you could have done a whole lot more. The whole story with Hela could have been a whole lot better. Just like I said, just missed chances. A solid 2. Probably should be lower.
Who was the rock dude?
Korg.
The one made out of rocks.
I want to say
Who had the puny voice?
Korg.
Yeah.
Thank you. Terror. Honestly, I think that those were trash characters. I think you could have just they were not needed. They were not needed for comedic relief. They weren't needed for any part of it. They were just throwbacks to just be able to start throwing in some of these random characters from the MCU. I think. But I wasn't really a fan of him or Meeks for that matter. All right, everybody gave their rating, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the post-credit scene for Thor.
Okay, real quick, that Anthony Hopkins movie, the one I didn't like, The Road to Wellville.
I've never seen it. I'll have to watch
You don't want to see it.
Can't say that I've seen.
Never heard of it.
The only good thing about it was Bridget Fonda. Oh yeah.
So the post-credit scene for Thor is Thor and Loki talking on the ship, and Thor saying, "I think things are looking up." And then this gigantic ship that's probably 7 or 8 times, maybe 10 times as big as the ship they're on, comes into view of whatever the closest star is. Does anybody know who that might be? I know.
I do.
Thanos.
Yes, Slam. Thanos. Yes. Wolfman, I assumed you knew as well.
Yeah.
There you go, assuming again.
So yeah, I can do whatever I want on my show. That's what's great about it being my
Whoa.
show. Yeah, I don't think that's the only post-credit scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only one.
I don't know. I didn't stick around long enough to watch post credits.
I can understand that. All right, let's talk about Black Panther and get to that real quick a little bit. So we're not going too long. Black Panther. Wasn't a Black Panther fan before the movie. Black Panther kind of made me a fan. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Another amazing casting choice. I don't believe that there was anybody else that you get to cast that role, and it does as good. Chadwick Boseman is the only one you could have gotten to actually make that movie good, in my opinion. So I think it's cool. They tied in some other storyline stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of Michael B. Jordan. But he did. Oh, that's not Killmonger. But he did play a good Killmonger. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but he did do a good Killmonger. That's my opinion of it. Let's go to the other side. Uncle Slam.
I enjoyed the movie a lot. This is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies. I think it's kind of interesting that Killmonger's message was actually the same message of T'Challa's girlfriend, because basically they were saying the same thing, but they were saying it 2 different ways. He was saying to send help to other people across the world, but he was saying send weapons. She was saying, hey, we need to help these people, but she was saying, hey, let's send money and stuff like that. So they both wanted the same thing. They just had 2 different ideas about how to get it done.
Absolutely.
Good story. Like I said, there was no slowdown in it, and I really didn't see anything bad about it. It probably had one of my favorite lines ever that was given by Killmonger towards the end when he was dying, when he was like, just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ship because they knew death was better than bondage. And then he pulled that spear out of himself and died. Love that. Definitely one of my favorite quotes or phrases in the whole movie.
J-Mac, what are your thoughts on it?
I actually really like this movie. Again, Chadwick Boseman, great actor. Unfortunately, little did we know that at the time he was filming these and the Avenger movies, he was battling colon cancer. Sad as that is, he did a great job and didn't let anybody know. Touching on what Uncle Slam said, Killmonger wasn't really a villain in this. He was more, I feel like he was more of a misunderstood bad guy because he wanted world domination and T'Challa wanted global cooperation. But if you notice, by the end of the movie, I think I'm probably killing his name, T'Challa. T'Challa.
I'm just chillin'.
Is he the guy that wore the chinchilla fur all the time?
Yeah.
T'Challa. But he actually adopts Killmonger's idea of opening Wakanda's outreach centers. So it was like, sometimes the bad guy really isn't a bad guy. They're just misunderstood. I liked the story, liked everything about it. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that was, bad. I do like the fact that I did see this fact that they actually represented real African cultures and tribes in the movie with I can't pronounce half of them, but the Zulu and the Tuareg. Yeah, it was cool that they did that and everything. But I mean, other than that, I don't really have anything that I can think of off the top of my head that made me not want to watch this movie. I could watch it again. I liked it.
Theorist?
I liked it. I mean, I liked the story. I did. I mean, I just did.
It was so dramatic I liked it.
I've only watched. Okay, look, this was like the second time of me watching it. Okay, to be fair, I liked it. Chadwick is. I just want to point out, like, I don't think people comprehend the strength of that dude to play all of that, and I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, he done all of his stunts by himself while going through chemotherapy fighting cancer.
Yep.
That was
at least as many as he could, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think many people kneh that he was battling it.
No.
He wanted it that way.
Yeah.
I think out of all of the MCU characters or actors, more say, I think Chadwick was the most humble.
Definitely.
I
would agree with that.
The visuals are dope. I love Panther's outfit. Like whenever he gets hit, it does that purple glow stuff. I love that when it happens. What is it called? The
kinetic energy.
What is the
vibranium?
Yeah,
vibranium. Vibranium, but the kinetic energy builds up in the suit.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I thought Black Panther's outfit has always been one of my most favorites. But yeah, I like the movie. It's a good movie.
Andrew, what do you think about it?
Well, this is one of 3 movies I've actually went to the theater and saw this for the second time. And because I liked it so much the first way, I went the opening weekend and I went the following weekend. Now, if it wasn't for the movie theater, I went to $5 for the movie and $6 for a large popcorn and drink, I wouldn't have went back, but that's part of the reason. But the first week, I really, really, really loved it. The second week, at the end of the movie, I'm thinking, wait a second, how did I miss this the first week? It was so racially motivated. It just turned me off of it completely. The Chadwick character is phenomenal.
Yeah,
absolutely phenomenal. The Black Panther guy himself, the bad guy, Michael, whatever his name is,
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he made it so racially based. I was like, I couldn't stand watch it the second time because it just hit me. It's like, wow, this is all about one race's superiority over the other one, and I can't stand that kind of stuff. And so it really made me not like it anymore after that.
Interesting. And I don't disagree with your take on that. I do think there is definitely some of that in the film. Wolfman.
Well, I personally believe the complete opposite of what Andrew said, because I think that Black Panther was a very well-made movie, and it wasn't just all white people. It was just telling the story about tribal African Americans in Africa. And they probably did their research. The outfits were probably based from Africa. So I think
that part I'm not denying that at all. That's fine. Absolutely. I agree with that 100% what you just said.
Yeah. Andrew saying that he didn't like how Michael B. Jordan's character was the superior, where he is superior, where we are superior. That's what Andrew was saying. That
I can understand that. I'm just making sure that people know that I think that the African American community actually has a superhero to actually look up to. It's not all about like Superman, Batman, the Flash, Aquaman, all white.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I'm like, when is there going to be an African American or a Hawaiian or like Puerto Rican, like different cultures getting their own superhero?
Well, you got Moana.
She's not a superhero.
But there's a superhero in there that's Hawaiian.
You're welcome.
I'm just saying, I think they need to do more like that, like the Black Panther, tell the story of indigenous African Americans.
Interesting.
Like the names were actually, I think if my research was right, were based off of Africa.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were.
I don't know the answer to that. Jason, what do you think about it? You're the last one here.
I do. I really like the movie, but I want to ask you guys something. How did Killmonger, how was he created? Because his dad was doing something he shouldn't have been doing, and then attacked, the king, and the king had to kill him. So he was fighting off rage and hate and everything because he was left behind. So I am not surprised at how he wanted to do things, because like I said, he's fighting off of hate and anger and everything else, and seeing all the people being oppressed, which is obviously true. But he could have went about it a different way, that it wouldn't have ended the way that it did. But on the overall scale, fantastic movie. Absolutely loved it.
I also very much enjoyed it. Let's go through a couple of visuals here, and then we'll give our rating and get out before we're here all night. Anybody remember the name of the plant?
I know what it does. I don't remember the name of it.
I sure do, because I did my research.
I know it's. I can't think of the name of it, but I know it was based on Egyptian mythology and African healing traditions. Is what they based that flower off of.
Wow.
What the hell is the name of it? Because they burnt the whole thing of them.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Want me to tell them, Bob?
Wolfman, go.
Yeah, do it.
The heart-shaped herb.
Oh shit! Come on.
Yep.
That's what they called it? The heart-shaped herb?
Heart-shaped herb?
Yeah.
Man, I found a few of those in my bags back in the day.
No
And
doubt.
everything.
What the heck?
You know.
It's like it's a 4-leaf clover. Yeah. It's a heart-shaped
I saved them for last to smoke.
Shut up.
All right.
This is a square-shaped glass. There you go.
Oh my!
Look at my rectangle-shaped phone.
Yeah.
Or my oblong remote.
Look at this round-shaped microphone.
All right. Does anybody remember what they were fighting over?
My square-shaped TV screen.
Probably the fact that he didn't pay his dental bill.
No, they're fighting over to be king. This is this is how they I guess decide who the new king's gonna be.
Yeah, this is the first one. This was I believe that was the guy from the Mbuku tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Body.
it's also going to become the next Black Panther.
Wolfman, what did you say?
The gentleman that's fighting T'Challa, he's the chief of the Jabari tribe.
Oh, the Jabari. That's what they were. Yeah,
And they're vegetarians.
they're
Oh,
the
yeah.
ones who are. They're the tribe who are like separate from the rest of them. They
The
live up in the
outcasts.
mountains.
Yeah. He said, I'll feed you to my children.
They're self-made outcasts, though. They chose to go live in the mountains. Why does Killmonger hate Black Panther? I don't really know the answer to this, or at least what you were trying to look for with the answer, Wolfman. So,
What is it? Jealousy? He wants to be king.
Yeah, he thought he was the rightful heir to the throne. Yeah.
See,
that's
and
what I want to guess too.
And I liked it better whenever Simba was walking around singing about "I want to be king" and everything than I do.
Different movie, dog.
Yeah, totally different movie. I think he was upset because he got left behind. Like that was the whole thing. Because if you remember, like when I guess T'Challa was in the Vision world talking to his dad, he was arguing with him. He said, "Why did you leave him behind? You know, you killed his dad, you left him. You know what I'm saying? You didn't bring him back with us. He was a product of his environment. You know, he had a shitty life. You know, and he became a shitty person." So, like, I think he was kind of upset about that. He felt like his family or his people just left him. So he was like, I'm going to get revenge. I'm going to take over and shit. And that's what he did.
I got a question about that. How was he supposed to be the rightful heir to the throne?
He was the son of the oldest brother.
Because I think he's like, what, the nephew or something like that?
He was the nephew of the king.
King, yeah.
Of King T'Chaka. But when the new Black Panther, when King T'Chaka died, and remember Chadwick Boseman's character, Black Panther, T'Challa, was becoming Black Panther, that's when they had the challenge.
Yeah, the open challenge.
The tribes, all the leaders, or all of the tribes have the opportunity to challenge the king to become king, the royal line, or anybody within the royal line can also challenge to be king.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much Killmonger was pissed off that Black Panther's father killed his father.
Yeah, and left him behind.
That's not what I didn't even think of that, and I don't even think we brought it up either.
How did he know that one chick was his aunt? When he comes back and goes into the main room, and he says, "Hi, Auntie," or whatever. How did he know she was his aunt? I didn't know that. I didn't get that. How did he know?
Because he knew that he was the son of the brother of the king.
Right, but how did he know that she was his auntie, as he called her?
Because she was the queen. One time later, after he,
no, he just showed up and said that.
I would say based on her position in the room.
Yeah,
if someone like that, someone like Killmonger can read the room, I would imagine pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Killmonger walked back into the.
Oh, Jason. Okay. He was talking to someone else. All right. So let's give do we do our ratings?
No.
Let's do our ratings for Black Panther, and then we'll talk about the post-credit scene and get ready to close this episode out.
Can I start?
I think Oh, go ahead. What, Wolfman?
Before I just give my rating, I want to say that the actual villain, Ulysses Claw.
Oh, yeah. No, dude. Thank you. I wanted to bring this up.
That's where he found his stuff.
Is this who you're talking about?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this up. Thank you, Wolfman. Yes, that is correct. That is what else we know him from. And does anybody else what the previous movie was in when he lost his arm? Do you guys remember?
Voltron.
Yeah, there we go, Slam. That's right. So, yes, and he plays Smeagol in Lord of the Rings.
Yep, and he also is playing Smeagol in the new Lord of the Rings movie, The Hunt for Gollum.
He also
Smeagol great.
He also plays Caesar in the new Planet of the Apes franchise.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Did we figure out how he knew it was his aunt?
Because Killmonger, I said because Killmonger can read the room, but likely based on her position within the room, her response to his entering the room the way she did. Killmonger, being the soldier that he is, would likely know how to be able to read a room. Has been in a room with plenty of hierarchies.
Well, no, I could understand that to a degree, but he's never been there before.
Mm-hmm.
He was a kid when his dad was killed. So you're walking into a room, how could he possibly know? Now, what John just said is he found his dad's diary, and then he found out in his diary who was who.
Yeah, that's possible. But I mean,
There's
you
no
don't think
pictures in
someone
his diary.
You don't think someone like who is soldier, like he's been through, you don't think someone like that could go into a room and be able to read it and make even if he's bluffing, make a confident bluff?
Well, that's the thing though, with the diary and with having that intelligence, it was probably enough for him to do the math and say,
Yeah, that's
that
what. Yeah.
1 + 1 = 2, and because of what I read. And the description that my dad left in his diary of the queen or whatever, and then plus where she's sitting, this, that, and the other. She's the one who spoke. Right, she's the one who spoke. It wasn't other people speaking.
Yeah, I believe Killmonger would have been smart enough and intelligent enough to be able to read that room. And like I said, even if he didn't actually know, he's the kind of guy who would make that bluff with the confidence to back it up.
And he knows they're all family, they're all related. So yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so Black Panther for me, another great movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Again, Chadwick Boseman was just phenomenal in it, and I'm gonna give Black Panther 4 Jolly Rogers. Jason.
Because of the graphics, all the the action. I mean, everything about that movie I really liked. I'd definitely give it a 4.5 Jolly Rogers. The graphics, the technology, just everything that went along with it, it made it a fantastic movie.
J-Mac?
I just want to say, Wolfman, when you give your ratings, you should be giving out howls.
That's a good one, yeah.
He's howling at the moon.
I mean, I'm the one that told him to use Jolly Rogers. You're free to use howls, Wolfman. But what do you want to give it?
I know it's only out of 5, but so far in the cinematic universe, I think it's at least 10 howls.
10 howls? Well, yeah. Okay, so you want to, all right, out of 10. All right.
He's doubling down.
Yeah, he's doubling down on Black Panther. Andrew, what do you got?
After the first week I saw it, I would have given it a 5. After the second week, I dropped it down to 2.689. 2.689 shots. Yeah, it went.
Yeah, he's going to pie. Yeah,
that's the Russian judge over there.
Can I say something real quick?
Jason, go ahead.
For Andrew, I understand where you're coming from with the racial thing, but I got to say, I mean, look at what has happened to the black people and what people did to them. I'm Italian. My ancestors were slaves too. There were Italian slaves. Everybody had slaves out there, but the black people got it so bad. So I can totally agree with why he was doing what he was doing and what he wanted to do. I can totally understand that.
We're going to keep this from turning into an episode of the Boiling Point podcast. I appreciate you very much, Andrew, because you know how to read the situation better than I could have hoped. Theorist, we're going to you, buddy.
I like the movie. Again, I think Chadwick's probably one of my favorite actors. He's one of my favorite superheroes. He's probably in I'd say my top 5. I would say he's one of the strongest. The story was good. Visuals were good. I liked it.
What are you doing?
The movie was good.
What is J-Mac doing?
We're going to J-Mac next. I don't know if he's trying to raise his hand or what he's
trying to pick your nose. What are you trying to do there?
He's trying to point at Superman, I guess.
Of course, the greatest superhero of all time.
We're talking about Marvel.
I can't help it.
I thought J-Mac was trying to pick Uncle Sam's.
I'm sorry. I know.
I also don't even want to have that
Tickle
conversation
Uncle
either.
Slam's microphone.
He was trying to say I'm number 1.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it.
Maybe that's what he was doing to me. Yeah.
No, he was acknowledging the OTC.
There you go.
Oh,
Acknowledge me.
I'm gonna give it a solid 4, and I'm also gonna say I know a handful of Marvel characters that would absolutely mop the floor with Superman. I'm just saying.
Oh, thank you, Theorist. Oh, please.
If
I'm
you
so
say
glad
so.
that we have some sane people on this panel. J-Mac, we're not talking about Superman, but please give us a rating.
40
Black
years
Panther.
later, I can write a story that says I can beat the guy that was written up 40 years ago. Superman's the best in the original. That's all I'm going to say about that. But anyways, talking about this
shit.
movie.
Excuse me.
You okay, boss?
I'm fine.
Factual.
Thank you. Just a little my nose.
Can't accept facts. But anyways, so in this movie, I'll honestly and truthfully, I'll probably give this a four headlocks.
4 headlocks. All right.
Yeah,
It's not often
but
that you and I match up, J-Mac.
well, I really like this movie. I didn't care for well, I think it was part 2. Yeah, I wasn't care for I didn't care for part 2, but this one I really liked. But a point that I want to make about this one is, did you all know that this is the first superhero movie and the first MCU film nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture and won 3 Oscars?
Wow. I did not. I knew that the Black Panther was nominated and that it was the first one. I didn't actually know that it had actually won. And we are so going to move on from that before we talk about before we get into why that any of that stuff. I'm glad that it won awards. I'm happy to see a Marvel movie win awards. I think some other ones at the very least should have been nominated. Maybe not necessarily won, but I would have loved to have seen some other Marvel movies nominated. But that's just my opinion. Slam.
I'm going to give this a 5. I couldn't really find any weakness. I mean, there's only a couple Marvel movies that I would give a 5 to, and this is probably one of them.
Me too.
Chad Boseman's a perfect casting pick. The action was strong. The story was good. I really couldn't find too much weakness. I mean, the ending I enjoyed. Like I said, it was solid. Like I said, it's one of the first movies that I really couldn't find too much that I didn't like about it. So, yeah, 5.
Excellent. A perfect 5. Well, between all of us, I think all of us have given out at least one perfect 5 so far in the franchise. And we are coming up on what I would think is some of the best movies of the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, Thor 4.
No, that's after the Infinity Saga. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Thor 4 takes place after the Infinity Saga and is part of the actual next chapter. So thank goodness, thank goodness we have several good movies between now and Thor 4. So including up next in 2 weeks' time. That puts us on August
7th.
8th.
8th, yeah.
August 8th is 2 weeks away, and we are going to be doing just one movie for this one, and that is going to be Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War. So we're just doing one episode for that one. It likely won't take as long as this one had, but it'll still likely take close to an hour, because anytime we talk about the Avengers, especially with Infinity War, a lot happens in Infinity War and Endgame. Both of those will be solo episodes. So that's what we got in 2 weeks. I'm excited about Infinity War. I think there's going to be so much to talk about, and it's also one of my favorite movies in the Infinity Saga.
I'll be busy that day.
Oh man, Wolfman, man, you're not going to have a job here much longer, man. I thought you were smart when it came to comic books, buddy. I didn't realize Mizpah's at my house right now, everybody. He doesn't get to come on camera very often. Mizpah, we're firing Wolfman. So no, just kidding. We can't afford to fire you, Wolfman. So I
would like to say one thing about the ending of that movie. I would really have liked to see Killmonger change his ways and become a good person. That would have made the ending of that movie more perfect, without a doubt.
Interesting. Okay. Whereas Uncle Slam kind of liked the ending of it. That's why
I did. I thought it was a good way to go. Like you said, he got how he wanted to.
This has been a great panel. Because we've had such divisive opinions. Like we've been on opposite sides on so much today. We've gotten to discuss so much in this episode. This has been one of my favorite episodes of this MCU series that we do. One thing I did forget: Black Panther post-credit scene. We get to see Bucky Barnes back. We know that he's still around, and that he's been
Bucky.
Yep. So we'll see Bucky yet again coming up in the future. So he's still around as well. I think that is where we are going to end it. Let me plug everybody's show, and then we're going to get out of here. Go check out Popcorn.
One real quick thing, guys.
Go ahead.
On the 6th, I get down for knee surgery. So, God willing, I will be up and have the energy to be involved in the next one. So,
Yes,
just keep that in prayers, please.
Yes, and make sure you keep me posted on that, because if you can't, we'll check with everybody. Maybe we can, if we have to, maybe we can postpone a week if you're not feeling up to it. But I hope that you are feeling up to it, and of course, our prayers are going to be with you so that you can make it through. And just scratch one more of the many surgeries you have, Jason, off the list.
I only got 6 more to go.
All right. Well,
He should
good.
be Iron Man.
Yeah, at this point, probably. Go
He'll
check
be
out
up and
Popcorn.
kicking.
Go check out Popcorn and Whiskey, Andrew Paletto on Facebook. He's also on YouTube. Go check out Top Fitness Strategies. That's his other one. And just give him a follow. Popcorn and Whiskey is a great show. It's one of my favorites. Wolfman, of course, is all mayhem all the time. You can check him on our prediction shows, on our wrap-up shows. Anything wrestling related, Wolfman is on. And, of course, anything that's been Marvel, he's also been on. Jason, down at the bottom, he has his own series on our sister show, the Boiling Point Podcast, called God's My Story. Make sure you go check that out. Jedi Theorist, he does the After the Dragon with me. Look for us tomorrow night, along with Wolfman, actually. Me and Wolfman have a prediction show for AEW Redemption tomorrow night. Jedi Theorist and I have a show tomorrow afternoon, After the Dragon, following House of the Dragon. And then, of course, the two guys up in the top right corner, the legend himself, J-Mac, and everybody's favorite uncle, Uncle Slam, and they co-host Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc every Friday night. They do double headers at 8 and then at 9:30 p.m. Make sure you go check them out as well. They are on Facebook and YouTube. And are you on Spotify? Is that your other channel?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
we're
Facebook.
on all the things.
Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. If you just search Headlock, Heels, and Havoc, you're likely to find either their group page or their actual page. So give it a search and give them a follow as well. Tell everybody on this panel that Mayhem Media sent you. And until next time, I am your host, the bad guy, JD.
Hella was holding the thing.
And that's the end.
No, she was not.